Welcome to the ES Sengen's Tsumeshogi stream. We'll begin shortly. Okay. If you'd like to try solving the problem, please send me a whisper and don't type the answer directly in chat. Thank you. Okay, this first problem is by Kanbayashi, as in Kindai Shogi, April 1975. Okay, let's look at the first move. Knight promotion to 1-1. 2-3 king is forced. If we start off by doing a discover check, let's say on 1-1, and the king can run up the board, and there's going to be no way to stop the king from escaping. Maybe check like this. King goes here, I check here, and king escapes up the board. So 1-1 knight promote. This is forced. And then what's the next move? Yeah, another thing about the 1-1 bishop promote move is that the bishop ends up moving away from this king. So by promoting the knight instead, the bishop remains right next to the king, so it helps in the mating attack. Okay. Okay, so the next move is 1-3 bishop promotes. And so now we see why the promoted knight is useful. If the king captures, then there's mate here. The pawn on 2-5 prevents the king from running to 2-4. Or if he doesn't take it and does this, then again the pawn on 2-5 provides a base for the promoted horse, or the promoted bishop. So mate. Let's look at that again. Okay. And mate. Alright, we can move on to the next problem. Okay, this one is by Kure Ichiro, Tsumepara, February 2007. Okay, let's look at a move that doesn't work. It's a 1-1 rook draw. It might look tempting because of the discovered check, the discovered double check. Now, actually, no, it won't be a double check, it's just a discovered check. If king takes, then promotion here will lead to mate. So he's not going to take the rook. Instead, he'll just run over. And after this check, the king runs up. There's no way to stop the king from escaping to 3-4. So there's no mate here. So 1-1 rook doesn't work. Okay, what about 3-2 rook? There has to be an interposition because if 1-3 king, then there's this double check and mate this way. And if the king runs here, actually the king can just run there. Yeah, also no mate. Okay. Yeah, he could also do this. Yeah. Okay. So 3-2 rook doesn't work. If 2-3 knight promotes, king just takes it. So it's too thin. So the first move has to be a rook drop somewhere. So if it's not on 1-1 or 3-2, what about on 4-2? So the distance that the rook is dropped is very important. You see, in some variations, the rook can promote to 3-2. Okay. Now, if the king runs up this way, then we have this double discover check. King takes, and this is mate. If he drops a lance here, notice that the lance doesn't defend the 3-2 square, so we have a similar thing going on here. So that means that the interposition must be a gold. Okay, the next move is pretty easy to find because there's only two possible moves. One being rook takes a gold, or knight 2-3 promote. Let's see why taking the gold doesn't work. Takes. This is forced, and now if this, then king back to 1-1, and the knight is blocked by the gold, so there's no discovery. So instead, you might try to drop the gold here, but then after that, the king can just run up this way, and then there's no further way to mate. Okay, so taking the gold doesn't work. That leaves this move, and then the king has to take. Okay, so the next move is 3-2 silver, no promotion. Now the gold has to take. If 3-3 king, 4-3 rook promote mates. If 3-4 king, then there's this check here, and then after he interposes with something, then 4-3 rook promote mates. Okay, so taking with the gold is forced. And then there's a very common mating theme after that. 1-1 rook promote. So he's forced to grab that, otherwise this is going to be mate. Okay. Now if he drops something to block with, let's say like a lance, then this is Koma Amari, still has a lance in hand. So the king runs up here, and then mate on the side of the board like that. Okay, let's look at that again from the top. So this is a distance problem, check, and then also an igoma problem. And then we clear the way for the rook. And we get sabaki for the silver, and then the rook. And mate. Good. Let's go on to the next problem. This one is by Adachi. Possibly the reading of his given name is Koji. Tsumepara, July 1967. Okay, the first move is a small tactical shot. 2/8 silver draw. If you pull the gold down like this, then the king will go up, and there's no way to get at the king. King can take the rook next. So 2/8 silver. Now if the token takes, there's an immediate mate with this bishop drop. If the king takes the silver, bishop drop here, king up, and then check, blocks, and then mate. This also appears to mate. Yeah. Okay. So that leaves 3/8 king. Okay, so the next move is 4/8 gold. Now if the king takes a silver, then this bishop check will protect the rook. King up and then mate that way. So the king has to take the gold. Okay, now 3/9 bishop. King down, and then discover checkmate. If king up, then 3/7 gold mates. Okay, let's look at that again. Okay, small tactical shot. This might be difficult to see since you might not want the gold to be captured, but there's enough in hand and on the board, and mate. Okay, good. Alright, that's it for this session. Thank you for joining me. I'll probably be on a little bit later today. I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.